International break is back like a vicious snake for Barcelona as once again dark clouds linger on Xavi's head. Welcome to the First Barca podcast. This is your host Shubham. I have with me Aniket joining in from Victoria today, and he's traveling to India. So next week we'll be having him from India. But Aniket, nothing is going well for Barcelona. I mean, last week we were so happy. We were thinking, to this wonderful team of ElClasico, you add Pedri and Dembele, but now we are discussing on to completely different track. What's happening with Barcelona?
Uh, Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Barca podcast. So, as you said, Shubham, like the international break, it is the third international break where we are suffering with injuries. The first one was bad, the second one was worst, but the third one, I mean, and the constant thing is that we are losing our defenders the whole time. This time, the last time it was Pedri and then Araujo, and this time it's Christensen. So, man, I don't know what's going on. As we said in the last podcast, the only thing we expected was all our players to come sound and safe. But it was the match against Denmark in which Christensen played. It was the match for Denmark in which Christensen played against Finland in the Euro 2024 qualifiers, suffered an injury within mere 18 minutes of the game, was took off the field, and the report suggests that he's now in Barcelona. And it's getting worse, man. After coming to Barcelona, it suggested that there would be minimum of 3 to 4 weeks, and he'll probably surely miss the ElClasico here.
Yeah, not
Some
probably.
more bad news.
Surely he's missing.
Yeah,
El Clasico.
surely. Yeah. Surely he's going to miss the Clasico for sure. To add on this, we had some reports about Pedri's injury. Well, he was supposed to be back for the Clasico, but now his injury has been relapsed in the practice sessions, in one of those practice sessions, and he is not going to come back for the Clasico either. And the same thing goes with Dembele. We were expecting Dembele as well to come back, but unfortunately, none of these players would be coming back. It's actually a quite big loss for Barcelona. That too in a much bigger game such as ElClasico. We were expecting Dembele and Pedri to be on the pitch that day on 5th of April, but we would have to go in the qualification, like the second leg of semi-finals of Copa del Rey without Pedri and Dembele. So,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with it. So I think if Christensen is out, Marcos Alonso would be taking his place for the second leg of Copa del Rey match. And yeah, that's... Oh, so I'm forgetting about one more injury. As we are talking about injuries, there has been one more injury in the form of Frankie de Jong. So that would be a huge loss in our midfield. But he's also... Well, let's hope that he returns for the ElClasico. But as of now, he is injured. So let's hope for his quick recovery.
Yeah, I mean
Barcelona...
when there was an announcement that he is injured and he won't be traveling for to the Dutch camp, for the international break matches, it was seeming like Barcelona intentionally sort of lied or just gave an excuse that he's
just
injured.
To keep...
Yeah, and then just
to keep him safe, man.
Just as a preventive measure, exactly. And then apparently he is injured. Then there were reports that Memphis, one of the players of Netherlands, he also, I think, in one of the interviews said that he had a discussion with Frankie de Jong, and the injury doesn't look like a big one, but still it's a bummer for the Dutch national camp to to miss Frankie de Jong. So everything seemed like it was an intentional preventive measure. But the report saying that he will miss ElClasico, man, that's bad. That's very bad.
Yeah. So just to give you some insights of Frankie de Jong, he is actually loved by the Dutch people. When he was leaving Ajax for Barcelona. I just saw his video, and even his girlfriend was surprised as to what kind of love the people showed when he was leaving for Barcelona. So Dutch people really love Frankie de Jong, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, Shubham, the lineup for Copa del Rey against Real Madrid would probably look like Gavi on that position of left winger, Lewandowski and Rafinha besides him for the attacking lines. Kessie, Busquets, and Roberto could start in the midfield, and Balde, Alonso, Koundé, and Araujo would be in the defense, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen would surely be the goalkeeper. So that is what I am expecting. If you want to make some changes, go ahead.
No, I guess that's the right probable lineup. There is one possibility that Xavi thinks that Kessie might not be able to start the game to replace Frankie de Jong, and he might start Ferran on the left wing or Ansu on the left wing, keeping Gavi as one of the midfielders of the three. But seems unlikely. I think what you mentioned is seems more probable looking at what Xavi does, in the games. And with 1-0 lead, he doesn't have to be as aggressive as Real Madrid would want to be. So he can choose four midfielders, or he might not even play Gavi as a false left winger, as you mentioned. He might just go with 4-4-2. So let's see.
Do you think that Pablo Torre will get any chance in this one?
No.
Well, just as a substitute. Just as a substitute, not as a starting 11.
No, I don't think so. Like, unless Lewandowski hits a hat trick, in first 30 minutes, and Rafinha comes up with a brace, and then we are leading 5-0. Aggregate of 6-0 by the second half, maybe, but still looks unlikely.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Fair point.
Yeah. Enough of this injury shit, because this is what we expected, to be honest. International break has always been very, very sort of
it's
bad for us.
Scary. Yeah. Whenever I see that there is an international break, it literally gives me chills with scares. Like, man, just I don't know. And whatever we expect, exactly the opposite thing happens. So but it is what it is.
Yeah. So moving apart from sporting and going to a bit of administrative point of Barcelona, the ongoing that dark Negrera, Caso Negrera, the prosecutors, surprise, are still yet to find the clear evidence of the club making payments to particularly to get referees' decisions in their favor. A big surprise, to be honest, because we have been maintaining the fact that it doesn't look like, these are serious accusations. And if Barcelona have done that, there must be evidence, to prove it. The police found a document in the house of a former Barca director. This was again an arbitration report on the rivals Real Madrid. It was written on the report, which club had requested. This aligns with what Barcelona have been saying all along. Two more documents were found in such an investigation. Another arbitration report was prepared for Barcelona by Negrera in exchange for money. This was about Gil Manzano, the infamous Barcelona referee, or the referee for Barcelona. A report on Matthew Lahoz was also found, in which Negrera had given his technical analysis. So all these reports actually align with what Barcelona have been saying all along, that they have paid for technical analysis of the referees, not to buy or not to, incline the decisions of referees towards them. According to these accusations, I mean, what I'm gonna say, it lets me feel that my IQ, my normal IQ is falling by 10 points, by this next line. According to these accusations, Jose Maria Enriquez Negrera gave gifts to referees, with the money that he received from Barcelona. And Aniket, listen to the gifts: corkscrews, toasters, sandwiches, blankets, pants, laser pointer pens, wines, liquors, and lottery tickets. Are you fucking kidding me? The referees who are being paid 8,000 euros per month, they have a good salary by the league. They're going to get sort of distracted or align or incline their decisions towards a club for getting pants or blankets or sandwiches. What do you think these referees are? Are they homeless people? They are referees of a club. Sorry, of a league. You know, what kind of accusations, what kind of reports are these? I don't understand what kind of low IQ you need to publish these reports. Anyway, coming back to the facts. Oh, sorry, you want to mention
Yeah,
something?
I want to just mention one thing here. Like if let's suppose that Barcelona bought the referee or the president of those referees or whatever, why would they, in their uh, perfect state of mind, why would they keep an entry of that in their legal books? That could have been done under the table as well.
Yeah.
If you're going,
Yeah.
if you're bribing someone, bribe is never put on books. That is for sure. So I don't think so that Barcelona would be that dumb of a club to include this in their books. That's for sure. If they're doing something wrong, they would be mindful to keep that under the table, not in their books. That's for sure.
Indeed.
And one more thing. And one more thing I want to point out here. Was it just me when I read that name, Gil Manzino, rang some bells in my mind, or is it like the common phenomenon for Barcelona fans? Like most of his decisions were against Barcelona, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong here. But I feel that whenever Gil Manzino is on the pitch, I feel a little bit of how do I say? My heart goes for Barcelona because most of his decisions are against our club.
Yeah. He
Maybe
was
it
he
could be
was
just
he was the referee who sort of red carded Lewandowski for making a
yeah.
gesture, and Lewandowski was banned for 3 more matches after that.
Mm.
And Vinicius gets a
Mhm.
free pass every time he makes a fuss. Goes on fighting with referees, but that's fine. But yeah, Gil Manzano's decisions were inclined towards Barcelona in exchange for pants and blankets because Gil Manzano sleeps
Yeah,
on streets in Madrid. That's for sure. Uh,
true,
you know,
true,
coming
true.
back coming back to the Negrera case, the club is currently preparing 14 lawsuits against journalists and media
Mm.
houses who try to tarnish the club's image. And
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
just first lawsuits. Apparently, some journalists and media houses are deleting their tweets, after the lawsuit news. So, a lot to say
Yeah.
about the freedom of expression and the truth that you really want to put out. There were so many journalists claiming that no, we don't we don't care for the trolls or fan trolls or club trolls. We want to publish. We want
Mm.
to fight for the justice. Deleting
Mm.
tweets is not fighting for the justice. Anyway,
Solving
uh,
anything. Yeah.
yeah, Javier Tebas,
And
uh, and I'm just losing my shit here.
it's not done here, eh? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not done
no, no,
here.
no, far from being done. Javier Tebas, the La Liga president, uh, he, I mean, I don't understand. Please, I mean, this is not a Barcelona fan in me talking. This is a a logical human being who has slightly some brain. uh, how is this possible that a league president is so obsessed against a club, and what he's doing, it does not align with being impartial with all the clubs running the league at all. He sort of has in an interview said, I still don't get why Laporta isn't giving explanations. Mind you, Laporta, there are very confirmed reports saying that Laporta has decided that he will go on making a press conference, open for everyone. I think after ElClasico, in the week of Girona game. So he knows that it is scheduled, and the club is currently in sort of in process of getting in preparation of the documents. But he says that Barcelona should be worried, and the Negrera case makes me lose sleep. If this is not propaganda, I don't know what is the definition of propaganda. UEFA he has sort of approached UEFA. So it was Javier Tebas's La Liga that took the Negrera case to European Union, not just UEFA, the European Union, which has nothing to do with sporting, the sporting culture of Barcelona at all.
That's true.
Resulting in an UEFA opening an investigation, and the league does not even rule out going to FIFA next. Barcelona remains completely calm after hearing, what UEFA's investigation confirmation in the Negrera case. They say that it's just an investigation, it's not an action, and consider it to be normal. They will comply with whatever is asked and needed. But the problem here is, Aniket, you need to understand, and all the listeners need to understand, that UEFA and Laporta, of course, they won't be sitting at one table, because Laporta is in progress or is in process of founding a new league, which is European Super League. So UEFA would never impartially investigate this case. And one of the committee members, who is involved in the committee which is investigating Barcelona, is the same guy who was against, or who is investigating European Super League. He is the same guy. So this sounds, this sounds extremely fishy. It's not even fishy. Sorry, not sounds. Smells like fishy. It's not just fishy. It's much more. It's like the whole fish market you can smell. It's
it's the same thing. It's same thing as Real Madrid would want to impartially investigate in this case, and keeping their bias on side. They just want to investigate this particular case. It's the same. It's the same exact same thing as that one. Yeah.
But finally, let's keep this injuries and Caso Negrera to the side. All the Barcelona fans, they have one silver lining, which is probably the best news a Barcelona fan can ever get. And Aniket, we'll let you talk about this topic.
So I will start this section by quoting Sergio Aguero. So he said that I think Messi should retire at Barcelona, and Barca is his home, and he has to finish his career here. My feeling is that there is a 50% chance that he will return. So, as this being said, the second thing Joan Laporta said, and this is according to Tony Joan Martí, he said that Messi knows that Barcelona's doors are open, and we will see. I have to find a way to improve the current relationship between Messi and Barca. So if you combine these two statements, I can form one question in my mind, that would Messi be coming back to Barcelona? If that happens, I mean, I would be flattered with joy if he could come to Barcelona and end his career over here and retire at Camp Nou. That would be a great feat for all the fans and even for Messi, as we all know that he's not happy in Paris. We can see from his face that he is just there to keep himself fit, nothing more than that. So Laporta continued saying that it had left a mark when he became the president, and it was not good at all. He had to make some decisions which he is not satisfied of. So he is putting on some efforts to get Messi back, that is for sure. And I hope that his efforts be fruitful and successful. And let's hope that Messi would be back at Camp Nou in 2024. And moving on.
Not 2024.
Oh, sorry, 2023. Sorry, 2023. I think I am still living in 22. People at the club have told their close friends and in the close circle that Messi has a great chance of returning as long as the sales continues and the salary cap has been reduced. So we just expect the salary cap to miraculously reduce and we could register Messi in our camp. let's see how it goes. But as you said, Shubham, it's really a silver lining. The club has been working on Messi's return, that's for sure. But Messi and Laporta needs to sit on a table for this to happen. They should have a one-on-one talk, not Messi and Laporta, to be honest, but Laporta's team and Messi's entourage should have some talks to agree or negotiate upon his contracts and what goes in it, what not. So let's hope that everything is done. Everything. Man, while seeing this news, I am actually emotional. If I could see Messi coming back here, I would be happy to see Messi at Camp Nou playing for Barcelona.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just it would be, the reports, they're clearly saying that he, as you mentioned, his entourage are sort of they want Messi to come back, and this is the feeling that Messi and his whole family, because apparently all the boos that he got by PSG ultras, especially after PSG got eliminated from the Champions League against Bayern. His family, they were not very happy. They're still not happy in Paris. And I think Leo Messi had a discussion with Jordi Alba or Busquets, I'm not sure. He the phone call was regarding that normally the family is not happy, and they spend a couple of days in Barcelona every now and then, and those couple of days are like the highlight, or happiness highlights of their family. So in general, they want to come back, and club wants him back. Of course, the fans want him back, and it won't be straightforward because we are struggling with registering Gavi's contract. So right now, registering Messi is a far-sighted dream, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, and there has been to make everything clear, there has been no negotiation formal negotiation between Messi and the club as of now. So it's just in the air, but let's see how it proceeds.
I think that's a good sign that there were no negotiations, because we know that Barcelona is struggling a lot financially. So it makes no sense to start the negotiations without coming to that level that you can negotiate. So right now, Laporta and Alemany, they need to understand, and they need to figure out somehow the way that they can reduce the salary bill by 200 million euros. Then only they would be able to sign and register players. And because what Laporta did, and this is the mistake, and I think Laporta has learned out of his mistake, is what Laporta did when he became a president, that he started negotiating with Messi, kept telling Messi that everything is fine, and then eventually when he realized that no, it's not fine, the chaos is much bigger than what he anticipated, then he told Messi that no, it's not possible, and then the negotiations broke and the relations broke. So right now, what Laporta is doing, I think, let us keep faith in Laporta and let us move forward. So while talking on this track of reducing the salary bills of Barcelona players, the club is thinking to propose a salary reduction to Jordi Alba. If he does not accept, Barca will look to part ways with him. So the first report suggests that the idea is to put him on transfer market, and if not, even termination is not being ruled out.
So Barcelona, the whole entourage has a positive report on him, to be honest, but believe his signing is complicated since they don't want to enter a race or a bidding war, as many would be interested in signing Jordi Alba, that is for sure. So let's see how it goes. I'm not sure, but I hope that Jordi Alba would accept his salary reduction.
Aubameyang is an alternative to to play for Barcelona if they cannot get Rock, Brazilian wonder kid, who is being currently valued at 50 million euros.
There's one more news, transfer news. Barcelona's interest in Ilkay Gundogan is increasing, and the move is getting likely. The club believes he'll accept a lower salary if he's offered uh, if he isn't offered a short-term contract. So basically, he wants a long-term contract, and he's ready to accept lower salary for his long-term contracts.
Yeah. Let's see. Vanderson, a 21-year-old Brazilian right back, is being considered by Barcelona to recruit him, who are now working on it. His agents are expected in Barcelona in the coming days.
Barcelona will go for Carrasco if they have enough salary space. Their interest remains. They want him for 9 million to 10 million euros approx value. Nothing more, nothing less. Player is quite interested in this move.
Yeah, and a surprising transfer news which I never thought I would talk about is Umtiti's, who is currently on loan to Lecce, the Italian side who plays for Serie A. He has been having a good season. He has been having a great season physically and sportingly, because he has been playing, I think, for 90 minutes on the trot, and he has been playing well. But now, I mean, apparently there are many clubs who want to sign Umtiti, like Inter, AC Milan, and I think they had discussions with Barcelona in the past. But now Umtiti's wish is to play for Barcelona once again. I mean, surely, Aniket, this is out of hand. I don't see Umtiti playing for Barcelona any time ever in future.
No, I don't see him playing at Barcelona either. When he was in form, he was a good player.
Yeah.
But after that decline, I don't think so he would be playing for Barcelona. But let's see how time progresses. Court has rejected Barcelona's appeal once again. In Gavi's case, Gavi will go back to having a subsidiary record, and the club won't be able to register him as the first team player until the wage bill is lowered. So
yeah.
Gavi would be again a B team player. He would not join the first team. That is for sure.
Yeah. So we are finishing today's gossip news, or the gossip section, with the negative news, because currently I think today 70-80% of the podcast was negative and was intended to be negative. So we will leave you with this negativity, just to to feel the pain of Barcelona fans. And then we will be back next week after Elche's game, and probably we might do a combined podcast for Elche's game and ElClasico on 5th of April. It has to be seen. Stay tuned to the social media accounts of TAB Podcast. And as usually, we are available on audio medium like Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Ghana, Amazon Music, and we are our credentials on social media like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter are TFB_pod. So please follow our content, and share our stuff with your friends. And Aniket, any last thoughts?
Like, share, comment, subscribe. I hope that, again, I am repeating myself as a stuck gramophone, that let's hope each and every player except Christensen comes back safe and sound.
Yeah, exactly. So Aniket, I wish you a very good trip back to India. And I think to all the listeners, Forza Barça, and goodbye.
Forza Barça.